The twin suns of Kepler 442b cast long shadows across the scrapyard as Raza wiped grease from his hands, studying the peculiar visitor who had been watching him work for the past 3 days. Anna sat in her hover chair at the edge of his workshop, her crystalline blue skin shimmering in the afternoon light, 6 delicate fingers pressed against the transparent aluminum barrier that separated the racing circuit from the maintenance bay. "You know," Raza called out, setting down his plasma wrench, "most folks who hang around here eventually want something. What's your story, kid?" Anna's elongated head turned toward him, her large, opalescent eyes reflecting a mixture of longing and resignation that Raza recognized all too well. He'd seen that look in mirrors for years after the accident that had ended his own racing career and stranded him on this backwater planet. "I watched the Podracers," Anna said, her voice carrying the melodic tones typical of her species, the Zephyrians. "I have watched them since I was small, before the illness took my legs." Raza felt something twist in his chest. He'd noticed she never moved from the chair, but he'd assumed it was a cultural thing. Many alien species had customs humans didn't understand. "You want to race?" Anna's laugh was like wind chimes in a gentle breeze, but it carried an edge of bitterness. "Zephyrians are not built for such things. Our bones are too fragile, our reflexes too slow, and those like me." She gestured at her motionless legs. "We are considered defective, burdens." The words hit Raza harder than he expected. He'd heard similar things about humans, how they were too reckless, too emotional, too primitive for civilized galactic society, how they broke things instead of fixing them, how they didn't belong among the stars. "Defective, huh?" Raza scratched his beard thoughtfully. "Tell me, Anna, what do you know about human engineering?" Over the next several weeks, Anna became Raza's constant companion. She possessed an intuitive understanding of aerodynamics that amazed him, and her mathematical calculations were flawless. More importantly, she shared his passion for the impossible. "The problem," Raza explained one evening as they worked by lamplight, "isn't building a pod racer you can pilot. It's building one that works with your physiology instead of against it." Where Zephyrian technology emphasized elegant, predetermined solutions, Raza's approach was pure human chaos, adaptive, redundant, and seemingly insane. He welded together parts that shouldn't work, created control systems that defied conventional logic, and installed modifications that made other mechanics shake their heads in dismay. The neural interface was the breakthrough. Instead of relying on physical reflexes, Anna could pilot the craft through direct thought, her paralyzed legs irrelevant when her mind could control every system simultaneously. Raza integrated Zephyrian bioneural technology with human mechanical engineering, creating something entirely new. "It's beautiful," Anna whispered, as they unveiled the completed Podracer. The sleek craft seemed to pulse with life, its hybrid systems humming in perfect harmony. The first test run was everything Raza had hoped. Anna didn't just pilot the racer, she became one with it, flowing through the course with a grace that left spectators speechless. Word spread quickly through the racing community, and soon crowds gathered to watch the impossible sight of a Zephyrian, not just racing, but dominating the circuit. That's when the Galactic Diplomatic Corps arrived. Ambassador Veltar was everything Raza had come to expect from high-ranking galactic officials, tall, imposing, and radiating the kind of authority that made lesser beings shrink back. His silver robes marked him as a representative of the Cosmic Council, the governing body that maintained order among the civilized worlds. "This unauthorized modification violates 17 different safety protocols," Veltar announced, his voice carrying across the suddenly quiet workshop. "More importantly, it represents a dangerous precedent. We cannot have inferior species attempting to exceed their natural limitations." Raza felt his jaw clench. "Inferior? She's the best pilot I've ever seen." "Irrelevant." Veltar's dismissive wave encompassed both Raza and Anna. "Zephyrians are not meant to race, and humans are not meant to modify galactic technology. This abomination must be dismantled immediately." "No." Anna's voice was quiet, but it carried across the workshop. Like a steel blade, she maneuvered her hover chair between the ambassador and her Podracer, her opalescent eyes blazing with determination. I will not be silent. I will not be invisible. Child, you do not understand the implications. I understand perfectly. Anna's voice grew stronger with each word. I understand that you fear what we might become if we refuse to accept your limitations. I understand that humans like Raza represent everything you cannot control. Creativity born from chaos, solutions that emerge from desperation, the audacity to believe that impossible simply means no one has tried hard enough yet. Raza stepped up beside Anna's chair, crossing his arms. She's right. You want to know the difference between human engineering and yours? You build things to work exactly as designed. We build things to work even when everything goes wrong. Especially when everything goes wrong. For a long moment, Veltar stared at them both. The workshop had filled with other racers, mechanics, and spectators, all watching the confrontation with bated breath. Finally, the ambassador spoke. The council will hear of this. Good, Anna replied. Tell them that a paralyzed Zephyrian girl and a stubborn human mechanic just redefined what's possible. Tell them that we're done asking permission to exceed their expectations. As Veltar's transport lifted off into the twin sun sky, Raza felt Anna's six-fingered hand slip into his five-fingered one. Thank you, she said simply. Raza squeezed her hand gently. Thank you for reminding me why humans. Don't give up, we're too stupid to know when we're beaten. Anna's laughter rang out across the workshop, and this time it held no bitterness, only the pure joy of someone who had found their wings. The Podracer hummed softly in its berth, a testament to the power of refusing to accept the impossible. Tomorrow Anna would race again, and the galaxy would have to expand its definition of what a person could become when they had the right help and the audacity to dream beyond their limitations. After all, that's what humans did best. They took broken things and made them fly.